advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They didn't. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Completes it to Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Quan Alexander, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
You can't block me.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Mahomes now to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's first and goal. Here's Barber. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, 49ers nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Coleman now. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Winston. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. Open man is heard. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line.
That's another 49er 1st down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready? Check, check. Lucky.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Let's go.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jerick McKinnon. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored,
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And it really helps out in a big way.
That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
That's good. First down. First and 10.
Crunch. Hey, alert three. Wide, get wide.
Play fake. Winston. This is caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. That's another 49er. First and goal at the 1 yard.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
With the score, Buccaneers 14, 49ers 7.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there down to the 1 yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his third touchdown now on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gold able to tack on the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Quan Alexander, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got Evans. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Showed some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Scott Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Undercrunch. Slam. Let's go now. Let's go.
Now Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey, watch the slip.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
Wide. Let's go, Tyler. Let's go right here now.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And Gay knocks this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing, Winston. Flushed out right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. Blue lady. 21. Check back 21. Check. Slam. Ready to go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. And the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this is caught by Evans. 22 yards there, a first down.
think he won't get there.
Mahomes now on first down. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
On the bounds at the 19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We're going 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
First and 10. It's a 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Check, front set. 17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle. Watch the middle. Here we go.
Final play of the half here. Winston.
Check 26, check 26.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Third down. 3rd and 13.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Ready?
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Coleman. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They gash him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do and make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes they're going to get a big play against us. That doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan, but now they have to stiffen and try and keep him out of the end zone.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They come out here in the eye. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Come on. No.
They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me, long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Double time. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
53 to Mike. 53. Check. Let him know.
Now Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DeForest Buckner. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll run with Barber. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Second and 5 now. Winston dumped down to McKinnon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
You got nothing. Check. First down. Let's go.
Jameis now on first down. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Winston now. He finds McKinnon, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Check 99. Check 99. Follow. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Winston. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground.
We got this.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Yellow.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's see what you got. Watch the eye. Screen. Check three.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. He's got him in. Complete. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Check Mike 21.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 27-yard
Watch the
line.
screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check your hot read.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Let's go.
It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Breida. And an alley to run. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards on the ground. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
I'm going to hit you.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Mahomes. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scott Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run once more with McKinnon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Watch the whip. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Complete to Scott Miller. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move.
Mahomes to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the 49ers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.